I'm here to share with you a story about how we are changing our culture, specifically around how we see and use public transportation using purposeful behavioral change strategies. The ridership in Kingston has increased by more than 70% over the past 6 years. What's contributed to that jump? Well, let me take you back a bit to 2012, when the City of Kingston Council decided to allow grade 9s free access to Kingston Transit. I worked at the school board and at the city at the time, and I noticed the systems were a little bit different. The students, when they wanted to get their transit pass, had to go to one of two locations. They had to bring their ID and their itinerary. But a student usually doesn't get their ID until November. And trust me, they lose their itineraries. So these seemingly small tasks for students without the freedom of mobility proved to be large barriers. And this was the start of the Kingston Transit and Limestone District School Board Transit Orientation Project. Basically, we take a city bus to every high school and teach grade 9s how to use transit. They also get the pass that day. The main barrier we're helping overcome was the fact that nobody was teaching them how to use transit. Nobody was telling them about the environmental, social, health, or economic benefits. Nobody was letting them meet the driver. Nobody was showing them how to get on or off the bus. And most importantly for a 14-year-old, nobody was highlighting the freedom they would have. A transit operator's job is to drive all day and get us safely from point A to point B. And this is why I teach and remind students when I have them on the bus to be respectful, and I teach them proper transit etiquette. Every year since the initial cohort, we allowed for grade 9s, 10s, and 11s and 12s now free access to public transportation. Okay? That first year, there were 28,000 grade 9 rides. Last year, with grade 9s, 10s, 11s, and 12s, there were 600,000 high school rides. That now represents 10% of our ridership in Kingston. This program has produced so much robust data. A student from the University of Waterloo completed her master's thesis on this. It's entitled "The Impact of Free Transit Passes on Youth Travel Behavior." It found that grade 12 students use the pass, on average, 3 times more than grade 9s, which proves as they gain experience and get older with more responsibility, they become more frequent transit users. Student feedback indicated that it allowed for more independent travel, and it got them to more activities. Now, it concluded saying that this would be an important piece for travel independence and stimulation of the local travel, or local transit, for other North American mid-sized municipalities. We have proven that it's an effective behavioral change tool, but at what cost? The difference between the foregone revenue and contributions from the local school boards and increase in provincial gas tax funding leaves approximately about $60,000 to $95,000 per year, which is about 0.4 or 0.55% of the Kingston Transit annual operating budget. But in June of 2016, we separated a group of students out who no longer would be, they self-identified of not going to post-secondary, and we gave them a pass for 4 months. 40% of those students took more than 100 boardings in that 4-month period, helping prove that this pass fosters the growth of future paying customers. In Kingston, 33% of our greenhouse gas emissions come from transportation. And we know that 71% of commuters in Kingston drive alone. This program is helping alter these numbers. This program didn't require significantly more money or technology. It required strong partnerships and the willingness to work with school boards and students. I believe that the essence of this program can be adapted to your communities. And I challenge you. I challenge you to use this information today. In fact, use me, as there's been nothing in my career to date that has had such a positive, profound impact on a system. Thank you.